Good morning, everybody. It is August 29th, 2021. This is the anniversary of Katrina making landfall in 2005 as a Category 3. I'm going to do some references throughout this cast to kind of give you some comparisons. But as of 10 a.m., the National Hurricane Center update shows wind speeds are at 150 mile an hour. That puts it at a Category 4. Now remember, Category 5 starts at 157. Category 4 winds are 130 to 156. The current pressure is at 930 millibars. In comparison, Ike was 152 millibars and Katrina was 902. So we're 28 millibars off from Katrina, and we're way under Ike, and we all know what Ike did. It is still traveling northwest at 14 miles an hour. And some of the things they're saying you can expect today around the New Orleans area and Grand Island and Homa and all of that is you can start expecting to see wind gusts 200 plus mile an hour. This is not sustained winds, what they rate categories on hurricane. This is just wind gusts. You know, it'll come through and then it'll be done. The well, unfortunately, it'll come through at 200 plus mile an hour, but you still have the 150 mile an hour winds pushing it. Storm surge, just southwest of New Orleans. You can start expecting to see some 15 plus feet storm surge. So you can get, a wall of water 15-foot high coming at you. The rainfall totals, you can they're expecting to see 15 to 20 inches of rain. That does not include the flooding from the surges and stuff like that. The 15 to 20 feet is more close to the Gulf. The on in the storm surge continues to go in. It might be 7 to 12 feet up around the New Orleans area, or whatever their prediction is. But all of this area is either under a hurricane warning or a tropical storm warning. Remember that. Also, remember that once this eye wall hits landfall, it will start to diminish. Say it again. And with these storms coming through, and you can see here on the screen up here around Mobile, Alabama, these outer feeder bands coming through, they're spinning off of the hurricane coming through, and they'll kick up a lot of tornadoes outlying the area. So once it gets over landfall around New Orleans and all of that, you can expect to start seeing some of these tornadoes. We're going to stop real quick, and I'm going to look at it and see what we can see right now. I'm going to go ahead and look over to the storm relative velocities, and there you can see the winds, which way they're going. Base velocity right there. These are wind directions, green and red, towards and from the radar site. And I'm off of Mobile, Alabama's radar site because once this stuff gets up around here, it's really going to uh, congest the KLIX out of New Orleans, or right there near New Orleans radar site. So I'm mainly running off of KMOB, the KMOB for Mobile, Alabama. I'm running off of their site, but you can see here the line, and it goes right through the hurricane. They're already got special weather statements out. We have no tornado warnings at this time. I've never done this. Let's take a look. The Enron, the normalized rotation. Don't really see much on there. Spectrum width, not a whole lot. Which spectrum width is going to look pretty yucky right around the eye wall anyway. Go back over here and let's I think I'm too far out. I wonder if I can get a bioscan on the eye. Yeah, I'm able to pick some stuff up here. Look at rotation. See, let's look at rotation. It says the whole stinking thing is rotating. What are you looking at? Yeah, you see the rotation. It's stronger on this side because this is a little farther away from the radar site. The yeah, there's your rotation right there. And normally for people who deal with radar, this is what it looks like over a radar site. It's called the cone or the oh when the cone of silence. Because over the radar site they can't get radar signature straight ahead, so that's what it looks like over top of a radar site. But that's pretty cool that we can do a biometric scan on. And I forgot, and I apologize. You cannot see my biometric scan on there. I don't know how to add that window onto the program, but you can see, or I could see, and I'll figure this out later. You could actually see on a biometric scan the velocities of wind right here and how high and all of that. Now, all of the hurricane hunters has already been through here. They just launched another uh, plane and coming out of I believe Lackland Air Force Base over in San Antonio to go through. They're getting one of the readings I just got was in the Category 5 arena, so they're running another. Uh, say it again, Austin. The No, in the arena, the area of the Category 5 range. The So they're running another storm chaser or a storm chaser, storm tracker, another plane, a hurricane hunter, to run through the eye wall and around the area to get another one. If they can confirm that consistent wind speed, then it will definitely be a Category 5 landfall. Um, I believe I was just speaking with Alston about Cat 5, and I believe Michael was the last Category 5 that made landfall in 2018. If you hear me kind of talk and say some other stuff there, I've got Alston on the phone in my ear, so we're following this more in depth offline than we are online. Um, we're going to kick over here. Now you're looking at the our models that we're going to be showing you real quick. This model is the GFS model right now. We're going to look through. We're going to look through this one, and then we're going to look at a couple other models to show you the comparison. You can see well-defined eye wall going to come up. We're going to show you what GFS says the path is going to be. See, it comes up, gets over the middle part of Alabama. We'll start cutting over Mississippi, cutting over towards Alabama, come up through uh, very little bit of it coming through the Nashville area, and it's going to continue off to the East Coast. But you can see the rain is still going to be hanging around the southern parts here. We're going to run it in a loop so you could, and that's going to make cleanup even that much harder with that much rain and water on the streets and it continuing to rain and stuff. It's going to be a mess. We're going to switch our models over to the HRRR. And, mhm. And we're going to run through this is the high resolution rapid refresh, the HRRR. We use that HRRR and the the NAM 3 kilometer is ones we really use a lot for storms, stuff like that. What one's that? Oh, the HWRF. So here we're going to go through the HRRR, and we're going to look at this one. Show it's still going up. It shows this one is showing it to go a little farther west than expected. The other one shows it going right up near New Orleans. This is taking it a little bit farther west, definitely going over the Houma area. Lake Charles is over this way. We're going to continue it forward. You can see it expanding out. It's now at 996 millibars and rising, and that's as high as it goes, or that's as far as that loop goes. Okay, shut that off. Okay, now we'll switch over to the HRW, and we'll look and see what this one's trying to tell us. See, now that one is more along the GFS line. It's showing it to be more over the New Orleans area. The HRRR is showing it to come out this way a little more. And it's showing the same thing. But you can still, like I said, the Houma area, there's still a lot of rain in your area and up through New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, all the way across Alabama into Georgia into lower Tennessee. As this, and then here, as it's dissipated completely, you can expect rain from Texas area over near Galveston, Lake Charles area, all the way around through the Panhandle, through Alabama, the Carolinas, before it completely moves out of the United States and out into the Atlantic. Now we're going to take a real quick look at the NAM at 3 kilometers. We'll take a look at this one. This one is following the HWR and the the GFS as it comes through, and it's pretty much on the same loop. Yep, it's still showing it to come up, and I hit that button again, didn't I? It's still showing it to come up through Tennessee area. Now I'm going to change my view for a minute here. We're going to switch it over the Ohio Valley area. And this is going to see up towards the Dayton, the Ohio Valley, Mississippi Valley, Kentucky, Tennessee. So this is what's going to happen as the storm gets close to us up in these neck of the woods. There it comes. You can see it coming up near Memphis. It's cutting over. You can see a lot of rain over towards the Paducah area. And like we said, Alston, Director 200, lives over towards the Princeton area. And what we can do right here is it's called PWAT. It's precipitable water. It tells us how much water is in the atmosphere. So it gives you an idea. And what the PWAT is if everything changes, if all the moisture in the atmosphere drops at one time, it'll tell us how much water to expect on the ground. I just got to remember where it is. Here, yeah, right there it was. There you go. You can see. Let's see my bearing. Okay, this is just normal moisture in the air. The hurricane hasn't moved up this way yet. You can see it coming up now. You can see the spirals. See, and here's a high pressure up over the Great Lakes. That 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 what that does is that helps us, or not helps us, but that helps hold the all of the hurricane remnants down. If that was not there, or if that was a really weak uh, high pressure, this system could come all the way up the Ohio Valley, up into Ohio, Pennsylvania, like I did. So we're going to continue it on up. We can see around the. I'm not exactly sure. Memphis is right down in here. 2.3 inch water or precipitable water in the air up in Austin's area. Looking at 2 2.16, 210 up in that area. Up here in my area, we're only looking at around inch and 3/4, give or take. And that's in the air. That's not how much rain we're going to get. By there, I don't have all the forecast numbers down right now. Maybe on our next forecast or our next podcast, I'll go ahead and I'll say what the numbers could be on total rainfall for the area. The last ones that I seen, second here, I don't have this up on my PC to show you right now, but they're showing Memphis could expect 4 to 5 inches all the way up. Austin's area could expect 5 to 5.5 inches. Up in the Dayton area, we could see an inch to an inch and a quarter area. But Cincinnati, you can see 2.3, so you can see 2.25 inches of rain up here in Cincinnati, and that was on an earlier model. Every day, these models are going to change as the storm updates itself, or as the storm does what it wants to do, and we get better updates on it. So we will go ahead and continue on. As soon as I get high enough to control this, lower this a little bit. And we're going to run this model through. Let you see that's again the precipitable water. These are the vapors in the air. And we're going to go over and look at, let's see what one we can look at. I don't see the 12 on here. I only see the NAM 3. Uh, so run this through. And we're watching this area as it comes around. But here we go. Yeah, that's not really showing a whole lot there. Let's while we're here, let's just switch over to satellite real quick. This ain't the other program I ran the other day, but the this will let us see what's actually going on here. They're saying, getting reports. Austin's telling me that there's been small vortices uh, going out in the eye, and here is And here you can see the uh, the hurricane here, and this is the upper level water vapor on the GOES 16 satellite. And again, here's the visible, and here's the infrared. Go ahead and put this in motion for you. There you go. See over towards Nebraska. You see a lot of water vapor up there pushing up, and this high pressure up here running around. It's throwing everything over towards Idaho or Iowa and into Wisconsin, and then up in Canada. You can see it goes all the way up into there. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close. We're not going to keep it too long. Again, the 10 a.m. update is wind speeds of 150 mile an hour with gusts of 165. That is a category 4, a pretty strong category 4. The wind pressure or the barometric pressure is at 930 millibars. It is still traveling northwest at 14 mile an hour. In the area along the shorelines of Louisiana, you can expect wind gusts 200 plus mile an hour, storm surge of 15 plus feet, and total rainfalls of 15 to 20 inches. And that's just with this storm. It doesn't include other storms and stuff on top of it. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Again, this is Director 100 with the Four Brothers Storm Team. Look us up on any of the social medias on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, uh, under Four Brothers Storm Team, obviously, spaced out. Or you can look us up online, www.fourbrothersstormteam, all one word, .org. That's www.fourbrothersstormteam.org. What's that, Austin? And we will be dropping some links in the description below. So everybody have a wonderful day. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful Sunday, for us at least. This Director 100, I will be signing clear.